God is in me, through me, for me, and with me, and where there's God, there's no imperfection. Welcome everyone, it's a beautiful day. You know, as I really think back to my life and as I'm growing spiritually and really getting to know myself, I realized somewhere along the way, somewhere along the line, that I become unbalanced. And I think a lot of us can say the same thing if we really look into our life and see where our equilibrium is. And, you know, for me, somewhere along the lines, I suppressed a lot of my yin essence, my feminine energy. And, you know, I remember at a point in time in my life where I was doing a lot of drawing, I was creating, I was doing a lot of these things, and somewhere along the line that fell off, and I wasn't able to express, not only through art, but just in general. I wasn't speaking up for what my spirit wanted me to speak up for, and I wasn't expressing in my own unique way. And in essence, I felt myself out of balance. And as I'm growing in my spiritual journey, that's one of the things I'm learning to create again, more balance in my life. And what I realized is that this creative energy is essentially sexual energy. It's both the same thing, and I'll explain in a second, but when you think of sexual energy, when you think of the masculine, when you think of the feminine principles coming together, the masculine being the more logic, thinking, point A to point B, you know, the canal, and you think of the feminine aspect, the ocean, the waves, the power, the passion, the emotion, the feeling, the heart space going through that canal. You have creation, you have something that actually of substance. You think of literally man and woman makes creation, and our natural attraction to the opposite energy. And, you know, not necessarily the opposite sex, because I think we all can relate to being more in tune with one, either masculine or feminine energy, and I think naturally we attract to the opposite energy. And, you know, essentially this creation is, this sexual energy permeates throughout the universe, it permeates throughout existence. And you think of inside your heart space being the emotional space, being the more feminine aspect. You think of that colliding with your thinking. You put your heart space and your intentions and your energy into your mind, into thinking, into thought, into an idea, into writing it down, and you combine those two aspects and you manifest things into your life. And that's truly how it happens. When we combine both the masculine and feminine energy, creation happens, literally. And, you know, essentially, I think when you think of the universe, when you think of the God principle, that all of us here, nature, people, animals, that we are all expressions of God, of the universe, of universal consciousness. We are the expressions of the eternal power that controls this whole universe. And that we are made with love. We are made with that feminine aspect. We're also made with purpose. We're also made with that logic, that thought, like well thought out, down to the T. We're well thought out. And so we are essentially the creations of God, and we are one with God. And, you know, what I just started to really understand was that I learned along my life, was the biggest lesson I learned, was that we are that creation, and us being creators, that is our organic state. And I truly feel that way. And I think of just, you know, everything we do, it being about creation in some way, shape, or form. We have social media that's really given us an outlet to express, to create the life that we want to live. And in doing so, whether you do it through drawing, whether you do it through holding a camera, whether you do it through rapping, through singing, through dancing, that truly we all are merging both masculine, both feminine energy and expressing it and creating our life. And you don't have to be creative, I think, to show creation. I think creativity is simply just being organic. Creativity is being authentic. If you haven't seen anything before and someone is expressing it that way, they are now creative. And so being creative, I think all of us are our own unique person. The more that we can really tap into our complete uniqueness, we can be creative in that sense, but essentially we all are creators, and however we express it, whether it's through typing 140 characters on Twitter or dancing, doing whatever we want. I mean, we are expressing, we are literally taking our emotions and our feelings and we are putting it through some form of art, whether it's writing, whether it's doing whatever, and we are creating, and the people that receive that message are receiving our expression. And so the more we can get in tune with that connection, the more we can stay balanced, and the more we can see that we truly are creators and we truly are responsible for the world that we live, and that we create and co-create together with everyone around us. God is in me, through me, for me, and with me, and where there's God, there's no imperfection. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.